My god, yes, my first magical readathon has officially started. So it is 12:30 on the 17th and it is happening. Christmas at Hogwarts is happening. And I can finally talk about my current read, which is the book I've been reading for the past week, and that is Arch Enemies by Marissa Meyer. I've just not been reading at all for the past 2.5 months, so why was I thinking I'd be able to read like 14 gazillion books before the readathon? I don't know. I am 300 pages into this book and I've still got like 170 to go. Like at least I'm halfway. I think I'd said on Goodreads and I'm like 63% of the way through. I was hoping a different book was going to be the current read with this one being done, but yeah, it just did not work out that way, and it's kind of making me concerned because I've been reading this book for like 10 days and that's how long this readathon goes for. So we're just gonna have to see how it goes. It's like more officially the first day of the Christmas at Hogwarts readathon, and I read 10 pages last night, so woohoo! So I am going to try and read some this morning because I have a bit of time before I have to go to work, and I hope I can get through at least most of it and then I can finish this up today. So it'll be one book done, and like how convenient is it? Like, yes, it counts even though I only read half the book. I'm just like, this is really cool. So I only read about 60 pages of this book because I was eating some food and just doing some other stuff, so I didn't actually read that much, but I'm very close. Like there's only about 100 pages to go and that won't be too hard to do after I finish work. But like I am enjoying this book. My problem with this book, and I had it with the first one too, is it's just so slow and just too long. Like this book is not as long as the first one, thank God, but I just feel that this book is not a very fast-paced book at all. There is action, but it's just not fast-paced, so it just seems like it's dragging on, and like I love the characters and I enjoy where the story's going. It definitely is a bit more character driven in my opinion because I'm only focused really on what the characters are actually doing, but when they do plot stuff, Nova can't sleep, you know, there's a lot of plot where she's just walking around aimlessly at night and I'm like, who cares? Like I just get to the plot, mate. I'm just happy that the reading today was going good. Oh my god, I haven't read a single thing since this morning. I didn't even get to any of this book on my lunch break. I was just eating too much food and being too excited. But like I know this morning I was like, yeah, I'm gonna read it, but I'm just so tired. I've just been editing a YouTube video so I can upload it tonight and just been chilling and talking to my parents, and I've just been doing so many early shifts. Tonight I didn't get home until 10 o'clock and I'm just dying. Like I just can't do this. I can't do it. And I know I should read, but I really don't want to. And yeah. It is day 2 of the readathon and I finished Arch Enemies by Marissa Meyer only a little while ago, and I was gonna message before I started reading for the morning, but I'm like, I just want to be able to come on here and be like, hey, I finished, not be like, hey, I'm still reading. It's so hot today, and like this is what happens when you braid your hair and it goes off frizzy like this, but still I'm glad that I finished my first book of the readathon and I got this done, and like it did end on like a bit of a cliffhanger and I'm a bit like, oh my god, what? But still it was a bit anticlimactic. Like really the ending wasn't that big and I'm just like, yeah, cool. It does mean I'm going to start reading Akane by Lynette Nodian. And I know Sash Reads is going to be so excited that I'm finally starting this series because it's like one of her favorites. And like at least 6 months that she's been like, read it, read it, read it. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I haven't yet. But now it's going to be happening. So it has been like hours since I talked to you guys and I've only read 16 pages. But like I am just cringing at how many like tropey things are already happening. Like, this girl, she's going to school and she doesn't want to be there. And she's like not like other girls. And because her parents move around so much, like she doesn't make friends. And she wouldn't even have the first idea of how to make friends. Her parents are going away for an 8-month trip. So we don't have parents in the series. And then she goes through this magical world and every single male she sees has hot boy syndrome, and the first boy she sees, she's like, his eyes smolder, and I've only read about it in books, but his eyes smoldered, and I'm there like, it is just like every paranormal book I've ever read, and it's just so cringy, and so many people are like, this series is amazing, and I'm just like, is it really? It just seems like it's gonna be so crap, and about this plain girl who gets all the boys to fall in love with her. It's day 3 of the magical readathon and I didn't really do much reading today. Like I'm only up to page 68 of this book. It's still corny, man. Like they've got this whole Trojan one vibe going on because she's in all the like high classes when she doesn't really know why she's in them. I do think my favorite thing about the book is they're doing a lot of shady stuff. Like they're zapping the students who are slow with like sticks. Like they're getting poisoned by things and they have like alcoholic drinks and she's there like, what the heck is going on in this school, mate? Like this isn't how you act. And I love the way that in Akane they're all like, we are just just like the more technical, better world. And I really do think I love Bear and Jordan, and I do know that they're like beloved characters. And DC seems like a bitch right now, but I'm pretty sure I know a lot of people talk about her being a really nice character, so something is obviously up with her, and we'll find out about that later. It's still fun. Like, I am going to enjoy her journey through this whole thing, and that Avon guy's got to come back into play, because when he popped in and he's all like, hey, I'm enjoying it, but it's starting out with so many of the corny like 2008 tropes that we used to get in these type of books. Yeah, like, I'm so not going well with Readathon because I like read only 40 pages today, but the past 2 days, like in the afternoon, I've been going for walks. So I've been walking like 4.5 Ks. I've been walking my road, like going to the end of my road and coming back, and it's taking me like an hour to do that, and I've just been getting like really tired because I do this walk, then I make dinner, then I edit my video for the day, and then I'm like, ugh, need to read. But tomorrow I am starting at 5:30, so I have to wake up at 4:30, so I definitely got to go to bed now. That's why you're only getting one update from me about this book, but hopefully tomorrow afternoon I can do a bit more reading and I don't have to go to bed early the next day, so we'll see how it goes tomorrow. Oh, it is day 4 of the readathon now, and I only read 15 pages of this book today. Like, I just cannot seem to be able to read, and I think maybe it's this book. I am just not feeling it, but it is getting better. Like, it's getting out of that territory of being like, ugh. I am still cringing. Like, some of the dialogue too, and like the way that Alex talks and how she just sits there being like, oh yeah, and then I noticed this look in his face, or the way he said this, or he expected me to say this, and I'm just like, dude, my god, like, this book has been so hyped for me that I'm just like so disappointed with it right now. I just don't want to read, really. Like, I finished work at 2:30 and I had all afternoon to read, but no, I decided to start watching This Is Us for the first time, and I watched 3 episodes, and then I went and watched a movie with my parents, and then I had to edit a video, so then all my time's gone and I'm really tired because I got up at 4:30 this morning. And yeah, like, this is meant to be a readathon. I've only done one challenge so far just because I finished reading the rest of Arch Enemies, which is sort of a real cheat. So this is just a real low point that I've only read 15 pages in a day that I could have read 200 easy. So it is day 5 of the readathon now, and I'm actually talking to you in the morning because I actually read some of my books. So I'm up to page 143, and I had a bit of time before work this morning to read a bit more of this book, and really, like, 50 pages is like a gazillion at the rate that I've been reading, and hopefully I'll read some on my lunch break, and then I'll try and read some more this afternoon. So I'm hoping to get maybe 100 pages read today. Like, that's my goal for the whole day. And like, really, I just think that because I'm not going to get to my Goodreads goal, my will to read as quickly as I can just disappeared. But it's not like I've really had that will for the past 3 months. It's only the 3rd book I've been reading this month, and like, literally if I get to 4 books, I will beat my record for the past 2 months, which is crazy. Up to page 171 now, and I am just like wrecked, mate. Like, I am just getting so tired lately because my shifts have been all over the place at work, and it just makes me tired. And I realize we are halfway through this readathon now, and yeah, I read 88 pages today, and that's actually pretty good for me because I've just, yeah, not been going good with the reading. But like, this magical library just popped up in this series, and I'm like, my interest is spiking. Like, I mean, I am enjoying this. The first couple of chapters had that cringe factor, like that serious cringe factor. But I am liking these characters, but like, Alex is a bit annoying. I don't know, like, I feel like it's probably going to be like a solid 3 stars for me at the moment, unless it gets like better in the second half of the book, because I'm nearly halfway, and I am just really glad I've finally read Akane, because I've had this book for ages, and I've had all the sequels for ages, and everyone's always talked about this book, and it is an Aussie book, which I'm obsessed about. And I really should read Whisper by Lynette Noni as well, as I have that book from the Wire Chronicles, and I should read it and have another one by her read. So I really am hoping that like next year I will get through this series, and then the 5th book's coming out, and you know, that's like a really exciting thing. And I can't believe there's already 6 books, because technically the novella collection is a book. And yeah, I'm just glad that I actually had a pretty good reading day today. So it is day 6 of the Magical Readathon, and I am going so badly. I read 29 pages of this book, and I don't feel like updating you guys when I don't actually really read anything, but I hit the 200 page mark. There is like seriously a very cool magical library in this book now, and I'm so keen. I think I'm liking it a lot more, and I do like the idea of having these platonic friendships. Like, no, like, romantic relationship dramas happening and all, and it's really refreshing in a book. I don't know if that's gonna last, but there's this Caden guy that she kind of made like eye contact with, and I'm like, are you someone? because this series has been out for a while and anyone in the Aussie booktube community really loves to talk about this book. Like, I was so optimistic when I filmed my TBR and I've literally not even read a full book. I was only really finishing Arch Enemies by reading 100 or so pages, so I just suck. But I did work 11 to 8 today, and then I had family over, so I couldn't really, like, you know, just go and read or anything. But it seems that this readathon happened at a bad time for me because I have to edit a video every night. And, like, I know some people would be like, you should just pre-edit, but it's so much effort to edit videos that I can barely get, like, one done before I want to go to bed. My work schedule's crazy. Like, I try and film a couple in a day, and then I try and get them edited one each day, and just, my god, I just, like, have no will to read and nothing is, like, speaking to me. And there's, like, so many books on my shelf that, like, really I do want to read. It's just, I just don't have the willpower. I'm, like, dying trying to do this. Like, I think 3 books a month has just become the norm. So it is day 7 of the readathon and I managed to read 57 pages of my book today, so it's actually looking pretty good. Like, I'm getting close enough to finishing because I'm up to page 257 because I was at page 200 last night. It leaves me less than 200 pages to read, but I'm not going to be able to get this done tonight because I'm working from 1:30 to 9:30 and then I have to start at 7 the next morning, so I'm going to have to kind of edit a video then go straight to bed. Like, this morning I slept in a lot longer than I normally do, but I just think that the last, like, 2 weeks of having really weird shifts have just caught up to me and I had to sleep. My brother and that here and I had to kind of socialize a bit, so I got a bit of reading done when I could just come into my room and sit here and just read for a bit. But the story is getting better and now I don't know if I want to give it like a 3 or 4 stars. Like, I don't know why I'm thinking about ratings so much with this book. Like, most of the time I like think about ratings near the end of the book or when I'm finished the book, but this one, like, from the start I've been like, what's it worth? At least I'm actually sort of getting where. I think this readathon is just about me reading the one book though, because I just can't read. Coming at you from 15 past 12 o'clock at night and I'm, like, so tired. I just had, like, such a stressful time at work and it was just all happening. It is the 23rd of December, so Christmas is in, like, 2 days and it's just like, what the fuck? And I'm up to page 287 of this book. Like, I could potentially finish it tomorrow, but I'm going to be doing some baking after work because I'm finishing at 3:30 and, like, literally, as I said, it's 12 o'clock right now. Start work in nearly 7 hours and I should be in bed. But my Arch Enemies review is rendering and, like, you gotta do it for the booktube, but, like, I want to sleep. I think I'm gonna get really any more reading done, but, like, I've read 87 pages today and that's like 1,000 pages at the rate that I'm going. Something that I've just realized with this book is it reminds me of Evernight so much. Like, just the feel of the story, because, like, it's not the best written thing. Like, really, I think I will give it 4 stars. After I made this comparison, I'm just like, oh my god, yes. Like, even though there's, like, no romance happening in this book, I'm feeling it, like, with Evernight. Like, the school aspect and the creepy aspect and the feel of it. Like, I don't even know how to say the feel of it. Like, it's just got such an old YA book paranormal kind of feel to it, and even though this is a fantasy, it's not paranormal, it feels like a paranormal YA book to me, and I just cannot deal right now. And also, there is so much Harry Potter, like, so many things that are related to Harry Potter that I'm like, my god, did you just copy this book? The biggest one though is they have a bubble key that transports them places, and I'm like, it's called a portkey, love. Like, you didn't make it that different. I'm just glad that I'm nearly over with this book. I'll have Christmas and Boxing Day to finish another one, so I think I will just read The Surface Breaks, and if I don't get it done in one day, not gonna really be that shocked. At least it's only 300 and something pages. Still technically say that I read 3 books, maybe? I think there could be, like, fish on the cover of that book, so it would work with having an animal on the cover. But other than that, I failed. I can't believe it's, like, Christmas Eve right now. Like, where has the time gone? And I'm gonna watch Love Actually tonight, which I'm really excited about, but I haven't really been reading. Like, I think I'm up to page, like, 300. Okay, I'm up to page 306 and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna finish it today, but I've been, like, making a path and making rumbles and just not really doing what I should be doing. And I filmed a Fairy Loot unboxing because I got my Fairy Loot and that was really fun, but, like, really I haven't been doing much and I prefer to watch Love Actually, so I'll update you guys later tonight to see if I do read anything. But oh my god, it's 1:30 in the morning, so it's officially Christmas, but I still need to go to bed. But I just spent a long time editing a video because I just finished watching that movie at, like, 11:30 at night and I'm just like, oh. But Love Actually is a great movie, so I've only read 20 more pages, so I'm up to 320. So I think that means I've only read, like, 30 pages today. But it just didn't happen. I feel like it's going to be a struggle just getting this done by the readathon. As today / tomorrow is Christmas, I'm not going to get much reading done because it's all going to be about eating and spending time with family and doing all the fun things. Oh my god, I'm like so tired right now. It's nearly 12 o'clock at night and I feel like I'm dying. But guys, it is Christmas today, or it was Christmas today. Because I had such a busy day, it was all about getting the food cooked and ready and opening presents and then having neighbours over and then just like drinking for 9 hours straight. And it was crazy too because I like had the fun like tipsy feeling and then I just went straight to being like hungover. And I felt so sick and I was like dying, so I've just been feeling like really sick, so I haven't really read today. Like I picked up this book and read a little bit of it and I was hoping to have this finished like a week ago, but it didn't happen. I got it to page 350 and I don't know what that means, but it is day 9 of the readathon and we only have one more day left and didn't really complete any challenges, so this is like the worst readathon I've done in a while. I've literally been fighting to read one book, like only one, because Arch Enemies was finishing a book. Oh my god, I was so excited at the start of this and I just stuffed it. It is day 10 of the Christmas at Hogwarts readathon. And of course, there is another day of me not reading anything. Like, I know, shocker, like I've been doing so well. I literally spent most of today on and off watching This Is Us with my parents, and that was more enjoyable than the idea of reading this book. 10:30 at night, and I really should go to bed at 11 because I gotta start working early tomorrow, but I am up to page 365 and I'm pretty sure this book has like 430 pages or something, so I don't know if I want to attempt to finish it today or not. I will just have to see like once I get to the 11 o'clock mark if I really want to like push myself to finish it, because I should at least try and finish one book in this readathon, but we'll have to see. I've just decided I'm way too tired to finish this book. I got to page 389 and I don't have that much long to go, but I mean I did still read this much of the book before the readathon finished, and I'll try to finish this tomorrow, but I mean, it could still potentially take me a week, so I don't know. Still an hour of this readathon to go, but I've got to think of work and I can't really keep pushing it when I'm like so tired right now. I'm just going to add my wrap up to the end of this vlog now because there's no point really filming a separate wrap up when I didn't even finish a book technically. This challenge was to finish a coursework, so I did finish reading Arch Enemies by Marissa Meyer. I had like 100 pages to go, so I finished that book. Next challenge was read a book with gold detail on it, and I did not finish the book. Tried, but it didn't get finished, but still I am happy that I finally have picked up Akane because so many people talk about this book. I'm leaning towards the 3-star read now because there is so many things that irritate me about this book, and I've heard it gets better, so I will persevere with the series. The next challenge was read a book that should take you only a day or a night, so I did not complete that one. Then a book you'll be preparing yourself for, and really neither of those I've been preparing myself for. Like, I guess I could say Akane because like this has been hyped so much and I'm kind of disappointed in that way, but still. Last one was Animal on the Cover, title or series name. There isn't any animals on the cover of this book, and I was hoping there could have been like a bird or something in this book, but there is sadly no animals on either of my books. I didn't get to The Surface Breaks by Louise O'Neill, and I did really want to read this book, and I thought if I actually made it to this book, there was like fish and birds and stuff on the cover that I could have used. I will eventually get to this one, and it's such a tiny little book, and it's just so gorgeous that when it happens, I'll be very excited. I didn't read More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera, and I did really want to get to this one as well because I need to start reading his books, but lastly, I didn't read The Shadow of the Fox by Julia Kagwai, and this is again another one that I was pretty keen to read. I have to wait until I have an opportunity to pick it up. Hopefully you enjoyed this vlog, and I feel it's going to be hecka short and not really much of a vlog because I only filmed for a couple of minutes at night each night. Anyway guys, thanks for being with me for these 10 days. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!